There are things that linger in the shadows, whispers caught on the edge of hearing, shapes that move in the corner of your eye.
Wow, everybody. Hi, Willie.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, hey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cryptid Nation. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. We're going to have a great show tonight. We're talking about what everybody else is talking about. The UAP or UFO, full disclosure, drop number 3. And we have seen some crazy stuff so far.
Yeah.
Willie, have you been able to watch them?
Off and on, yeah.
Yeah, dude, you can get lost and there's so many. It's like, okay, let's see what this one does. What is this one going to do? Or read this report, how they described it, and unredacted a lot of it as well. But there's a lot of redacted stuff still in there, but still, it's pretty cool that they're finally coming out and going, hey, we're not alone.
They have no choice.
I love it, though. I love it because, you know, before we came on air, we were talking about it. We've been doing this for decades, and it should have been released a long, long time ago. Because, you know, I've heard the stories you talked about, you and Shimon, the incidents that you guys had going on, you know?
Yeah.
And we've all had our personal experiences with other life forms too, so.
That is, I've had things happen, and it was okay for them to make people like me and Blaine and you feel like we're crazy when we know what we had happen. I was doing some research, and there was a little family that was in their car, and they lived in the country going down the road, and all of a sudden, whoop, here comes a UFO, and they had radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
They got really, really, really sick, burns all over them and stuff, and they went to the hospital. What happened to you? Where did you get this radiation? Oh, well, we saw a UFO. No, you didn't. And then the government wouldn't pay for their medical bills, and nobody believed them. And then they were shunned in their own town. So there's a lot of people that's gone through that. I've seen videos of men that are astronauts, and clearly you can see they're missing part of their fingers. And they said that they were in an altercation with a UFO. An alien came out and had a particular type of, it was like a ray gun. I know that sounds like, you know, a sci-fi channel or something fun, you know, but it did. And you can see right where it got him. It wasn't a chop. It was like, you know, it's like it was spread because part of his finger was missing. And he was shaking, talking about what had happened. I don't know how he's dealing with it. So, and look what happened to you and Shimon, Willie. I mean, you guys were threatened by the men in black.
Yeah, I ran off the road. You know, only cars on the road, me and the next dark SUV, ran us off into a ditch. And I told Shimon it's time to back up a little bit because I was releasing too much. We were talking about too much. And after that happened, I said out loud, "We're done." I had a feeling we were being listened to, you know,
of course,
because I would have phone calls, hang-ups, you know, the cars would drive by the house, you know, they didn't need to be there, you know, and after I said that, they kind of backed off. But once this disclosure came out, I said, I guess it's all right for me to start talking now, you know.
Exactly.
And you know, I woke up, the other day, and I had scratches on me, and I couldn't figure out where they come from. I said, are they back? I don't know if they are or not, because, you know, Shaman passed away, and usually when something like that happens to one of us, they show up to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now, my implant blew up. I mean, it just, you know, it just destroyed itself for some reason. And Shaman still got hers in her, you know, and I don't know if it's still activated or not with her not having any life signs left. So they could be coming by to just check on me. They know where I'm at by now, you know. So, you know, but that one implant did explode, and it's lucky it didn't take my head off. You know, the way it just did, you know, just came apart. So even the doctor couldn't figure out what it was. And what am I going to do? Hey, you know, doc, you know, I think the implant blew up in my head, blew up in my neck, and yeah. Next thing I know, I'm in a psych ward
You're on the
someplace.
funny farm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're on the funny farm.
I just said, huh, unusual thing, and I just got up and, you know, after he put a couple of stitches in me, and I walked away. You know, I didn't dwell on it anymore.
Exactly.
You know, I've been
That's all you
sick.
can do.
I've been sick and injured before, and they would show up. You know, like I said, I almost died in '99, and they came to they sent a probe to the hospital and was it hanging in the window, you know, to see if I was okay. You know, and then I saw it rose up, and that day, and I, the next morning I heard on the news that a UFO had been sighted in Louisville. So it had to be it. It's the one
There's
that,
a lot of UFO sightings in Louisville. You are
yeah,
really in a mecca there.
yeah. Well, I've seen them fly over the Ohio River in formation,
Yeah.
so it's no big deal, you know. People, you know, people think that if this comes out and about the aliens and things, people want to know, like I said, what species are they? They're here on Earth. You know, where are they at? Can they meet us? Are they friendly? You know, they're not going to say, "Oh my God, you know, we're being invaded." Well, we've been invaded years and years ago. They've
Long
been,
before we got here, Willie.
yeah, they've got bases here hidden.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, and the Federation. You talk about the Federation. We have a Federation. You
I
believe me,
know.
we have, and they have been protecting us. You know,
Can you
we
tell me more about that?
well, you have different species that are friendly that have formed a federation, and a lot of those species have bases here on Earth, and they are not going to let this Earth be attacked by any hostile uh, aliens because this is their home. They'll send some down there. They got ships here that are far ahead of what we got, and they have weapons far ahead of what we got. We have protections. And people think, you know, I've been sending out videos of things that's been coming out. I've known years ahead of time. We have had a a, a fleet of military out there for years.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
been, yeah, we've been sending people out here. They, you know, they're saying, you know, well, we're going to fly to the moon, you know, and we're going to land, and we're going to, well, just go on the other side and have a party with the people already living there.
Thank
You
you.
know, just land and, you know, because they just showed the other day the bases are on the moon. I
Yes,
know
they
they're
did.
there. I'm not too dang sure I ain't
Yeah,
been there, you know.
Yeah.
I
right.
and I haven't been too sure I haven't been to Mars either because I have been to labs and things that they have showed me. You know, I think I told you about the bullet train that I saw in this lab area, and I seen things in like in tubes that look humanoid and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I've seen all of that, and they've let me walk around and see all of it because they know when I went back to bed or wherever they took me from, I was going to forget it anyway until a certain point in time, and now they're making me remember it. I've been activated. The rest of us has been activated too. That's been taken.
Yeah. I agree with that, Willie.
And you could, I'll tell you something. You go on and find a video of somebody else that's telling you the same thing, and I don't know who these people are, so they had to be there.
Yeah.
Well, Willie, if you go to like, there's a network called Gaia.
Yeah, I
They've,
know. I
they've
see it.
had a lot of those people, exactly what you're talking about, said, I was a soldier. I went to this planet. I went to this planet. I went to this planet. Well, I've been to the moon. I've been to Mars. I've been to other
Mhm.
universes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And now they're all coming out with it. Sorry.
Take your time.
And it's
I've
the
got a
truth.
frog in my throat too. We were in the an orchard this weekend and all kinds of stuff, even just plain dirt flying, and neither one of us have been able to breathe since. We went to a paracon.
I intend to start that back up too. I'm going to get
I'm
back
ready to
out.
see you, man.
Uh, I gave myself 6 months. The 15th of next month, I'm going to be coming out really heavy. I'm going to be doing. I've been asked to do things and different events, and hopefully get back on here and do a show.
Well, we're going to get you on a show, Willie.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy. Don't worry. You're one of the first things me and Lee talked about this all weekend, because we're bringing up the new. Can I say the R word, Lee? Okay, we're bringing up the Roku. Me, Lee, and Matt are getting this all together, and we definitely want you on.
Okay, I'm ready.
We got a lot to talk about, but I got to think first before I even have questions. So
Yeah, this is what we've been doing. We've been discussing everything, trying to get everything, get people in place, shows in place, because we want to make this big, really big.
Yeah.
And
I'm ready.
like I said, with your expertise, brother, shit. Yes, please. Give us some Willie Windwalker Gibson.
Yeah. If you calling being old expertise, I've got you. I've got it.
No, you've had experience in the field, and you've got a lot of life.
Oh yeah.
Behind you. So your life experiences, that's what we really love, because you've been doing this. Hell, I've been doing this for 42 years, and you've been doing it longer than I have.
Well, technically, I've started 60 years ago.
See, that's still 12 more years than me, or 18 more years than I have.
And the thing is, I didn't know I was in it. I didn't know what I thought it was everyday thing for me.
Like me.
I thought other people were crazy. I was the same one, and I was. They're the ones that were missing out.
Isn't it so cool now that you're finally getting validated of what you've known for decades?
Well, Blaine, when I started doing this back in the 60s, and I started seeing things and feeling things and being abducted and all this, I had to be quiet. My dad didn't even know what was happening.
No.
Now he knew about seeing spirits and things, but I never told him about the abduction.
Yeah.
And if I had told him, he would have been okay with it, because he was really interested in outer space and all that. I'm thinking he was an abductee. He didn't tell me about it. So I think it was all in the family thing. I think my whole family's had some experience at one time.
So that's making that now multi-generational.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
And the alien DNA, and with Native Americans, that's why Native Americans are okay. So what?
Yeah.
We've always said that.
The sky people have seen us for millennia. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Finally.
Lee knows what I'm talking about. We've talked about it, haven't we, Lee? Yeah, we have.
Yes, and I have things that's happened to me.
Yep.
That I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened.
You will.
And
you will.
Yeah.
It'll come to you.
Do you think I was abducted?
I do. I think you will be. Everything will be made clear to you, either in a dream or you'll just see it like a motion picture going off in your head. Like, where's this coming from? That's cloaked memories coming back to you.
I have had some.
Yeah.
I just don't want to accept it.
Well, it's done. I mean, it happened, so you're just remembering it.
I know.
I mean, what can you do about it?
What do you do? Yeah.
No, it's like Lee, I tell people that have gifts, embrace those gifts, embrace that memories, embrace that, because you were chosen for a reason.
That's right. Thank you, Christopher. It is a great thing to have validation. And I think that's why I said what I did. I was on my way home, Blaine. Hey, Kathy, sweetie. I was on my way home, and I looked up and I saw something come out of the trees, and it's way down the road, and it started coming this way, and I'm going to it. So we're going like this, like that. And then it got right over the top of the car and it backed up, and it stopped. And I remember the light being in my eyes, and then nothing. And then I come back, to my senses, and my car door's open and my foot's out of the car. And but boy, I got home and Matt was like, "Where have you been? You know, you were you're 45 minutes late." It's like 45 minutes, and he said, "Yeah." So then I found out I was losing time. I
Well,
I
Lee, I
called Willie
gained
right
time
away.
when I left Seneca. I remember getting gas, and then next thing I know, I'm in Atlanta. And it seemed like it was only like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm in Atlanta. And then everything started going. I mean, it seemed like my trip home was a lot shorter than 4 hours.
Isn't that something?
Well, Shaman, that happened to me and Shaman. We were in one part of Kentucky, and we were driving along, and I was in this town, and all of a sudden I look around, and I said, "Where are we?" And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "This is I don't recognize this." We were 40 miles away.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my
the
gosh.
whole car, both of us, whatever happened, it took the car and everything, and just took us 40 miles
Well,
from where
Willie,
we were at.
this is another strange thing, too. I've got a little Nissan truck, and I usually get about 24, 25 miles to a gallon. Dude,
That thing just
I
scoots,
was
man.
getting 40 miles to a gallon. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Yep. And we have been going down the road. This had really happened to us. Shimon and me were just going down, and we were in the middle of a city. This ship uncloaked right in front of us, above us. Had to be about 5, 10 seconds, and then it went back to being cloaked again. She said, she looked at me, "Tell me you saw that." I did. She said, "What are we going to do?" I said, "We're going to keep on going."
We're
Because
going to keep on hauling booty.
you know, what can we do? It was for our benefit to let us know, hey, we're here, we're watching, you can't see
Exactly.
us. Yeah, that's for our benefit. Nobody, the cars didn't stop and people didn't run up, run out of the car. They didn't see it. We did.
Because
Wow.
it was meant they had a mental connection with you and Siobhan.
Yeah, and this thing was huge. It had to be a mothership. I mean, it was like something from, like ET or something like that. I mean, it was there
Yeah,
and gone. And there, I'm telling you, we have cloaked ships above us right now. We can't see, we can't detect, but
of
they're
course we
there.
can.
Yeah,
But it's funny, we sense they're there though.
yeah, yep.
And
Just like,
I'll actually walk outside some nights and I'll go, "Hey, I hope you guys are doing okay tonight."
yeah, I've done that. I've done it in front of people, and
Yep.
and when it
Y'all
happened, I
are
mean, I
so
told you
sweet.
last time they took off. I said, "You said you wanted us. Hey, come back." They haven't been back since. That's been 20 years ago.
That's funny. That's funny, really.
Well, they ask they ask for stuff, and then when you show them, then they run. It's just like, people in the paranormal that wanted to see a ghost, and can you produce one? You don't want me. I don't want to provoke anything. Well, tell us. Okay, go ahead and show them. And when they get showed, what happens? They run.
More. We've watched it too many times, Willie. So have you.
I couldn't believe it. And I have to turn around and say, "I'm sorry."
Yes.
I'm respectful. "I'm sorry, but they wanted to see it. You showed them. Thank you." I said,
Appreciate
"Thank
that.
you
That's
much."
why I say thank you for showing.
Yeah, yeah. I was in a cave with a bunch of people one time, and they started provoking. And Bell Witch, producer and director, started provoking them. And I
Mhm.
said, "Don't do that. Don't do that. We want to see. We want to see." Okay. Well, the cave had lights in them. The entire cave was blacked out. Their cameras went out. They had held hand cameras too. Luckily, they didn't go out. I think they let them go so they have proof. This was on film. It was on the show when they showed it. What happened? You told me. What do we do? Don't move. Let me try to make this right. And I talked to the spirits in the cave. Let me get them out of here. They turned the lights on, and I got them out. Oh man.
I just wanted to have them and they had to go change their drawers.
That's
Well,
exactly what I was thinking.
I was communicating with Native Americans. They knew I was sincere.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I had medicine bags with me for offerings, and I left the medicine bags and told them I was sorry.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so sweet.
I mean, they come out of that cave. We were on a mountain and they come out of that cave and went down that narrow pathway down. I mean, they were flying, and this was at nighttime. It's a wonder somebody didn't get killed,
Yeah.
And finally, me and the producer said, "No, that's back on out." When I put this bag down and apologized, back on out, you'll be okay. We backed on out, and I was very respectful. They don't realize when you're dealing with something like that. Luckily, I was there. They would have been hurt. I'm pretty sure they would have been
Really,
hurt.
they possibly could have died.
Yeah.
Because you know as well as I do, when you make Native American spirits mad,
Oh,
I told this at the
Just
conference.
don't do it.
I was like, okay, you would rather have a legion of demons coming after you. I mean, than one Native American spirit that's pissed off, because they don't play fair, and they're going to come at you with everything they have.
Well, their honor and commitment
Exactly.
is much stronger because love is always stronger than hate.
yeah.
So they're coming at this from a respectful, honorable position. And not all Native Americans have been like that. Let's just face it. But they are. Like the one that was coming after us in the cemetery, and you put me behind you. That was crazy. He was coming for me. And then he figured out we were okay. And then it was like, we could even smell flowers.
I said there was a group there that before we got there. And
Messed around.
There was a Confederate soldier that was buried in there.
Yeah.
And he had his regalia stuff in front of his tombstone. Well, they decided they were going to pick it up and just throw it across the cemetery. He didn't see who did it. He thought we did. So he came after us, and I had to tell him, I said, I promise you, we're all Native. We're not going to do something like that. And when he finally calmed down, Willie, he went from about, I'd say 14, 15 foot tall down to about 6 foot tall, like a normal human.
Yeah. He was all blown up.
Oh, he was huge.
He was a watcher?
Yes.
Okay.
And that was his friend. He had made friends with that Confederate soldier, and that was his friend. And he thought we disrespected his friend. I was like, no, sir. We would never do that to any grave.
I would love to be his friend.
Yeah, me too.
Have a friend like that that's willing to fight for you.
He calmed down and he stayed around us the rest of the night and made sure
he stayed right with me after.
Yeah.
He kept his distance, but he stayed right around. I could feel him, in my peripheral, within my immediate vicinity. He wanted to make sure we were okay, all of us.
Yep.
You do, and Lee knows this, Blaine, and you know it too. If you absolutely have to, you can call upon your spirit guides, and especially animal spirit guides. A spirit guide like a bear, okay?
That's Blaine's fave.
You call that bear in, and it will, I'm going to say possess, or it will go into your being.
See his bear?
There you go, Willie. There's my bear and my wolf. I have them over my heart every day.
You will take on that persona. You will become a bear, like a shapeshifter.
Yes, you were correct.
I don't care if 5 guys get on you. You will take them, because you'll have that strength of the bear. Mm-hmm. And I've had to do it a couple of times. It's something that you absolutely have to do. It's almost like having a special ops unit at your disposal if you have to have one, or if you want to go stealth, call upon the snake energy, and you can move around and things, and people won't see you. You come upon that spirit, that animal spirit, you take on that persona.
Yes.
I've done it. I know it can be done. I didn't go.
Told me do it.
I didn't go. I didn't go full shapeshifter. I just let it come within me like a possession. And I tell you get that strength or that cunning of that animal. It's a heck of a weapon to use against somebody.
It's always good to know.
Yeah,
always good to know, Willie.
Everybody can do it. Not just Native Americans. Everybody can do it, but they have to be in tune with your spirit guide to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love having Willie on because Willie's got such great knowledge.
Well, I was
And the truth.
I was a police officer, and I had to use it a couple of times.
Dude, I had a good buddy of mine was a Louisville policeman. He just moved back to Alabama.
Yeah. I mean, I was on patrol one time, and I was by the expressway, and somebody was shooting at me with a rifle, and I had to dive over behind my unit, and I called in the state police and in the uniform. I mean, Louisville police, and it was going to take a while for them to get to me, and I was pinned down. I didn't want to get up, and I didn't want to return fire because I was too close to the expressway, and I could kill somebody.
Sure.
So I had to take cover, and I called upon my the snake medicine, and I just made myself and try to make myself invisible to the shooter, and I stayed behind that car, and he never did throw anything, and nothing never went through the car. I don't think he could see me. So that's one time I did it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I couldn't return fire. What if I'd have killed a kid in a car?
Dude,
That's
you're
right.
never going to live with yourself.
Yeah, you don't fire randomly at somebody shooting at you. I don't care what you see on TV. You police officers are trained to hit what they're shooting at. If you don't see it, you don't pull that trigger.
No, sir.
No, you don't.
And the military is the same way.
Yep.
If you can't see them, now you might throw some cover fire out there just to try to stop them a little bit when you can get a better position on them. But
Yeah. Yep. But I was all by myself, and I just
yeah, of course.
that was the longest 10 minutes of my life a day, before they got to me.
Dude, I can understand that because when we were in Iraq, we were flying a bunch of Marines into this location where they could go engage right when the ground war started. And we started taking fire from snipers, and the aircraft pilots are told, get that asset the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So they left us on the ground. And
Yeah.
the Marine guys are going, do you know how to shoot? I said, sir, I'm country. Give me a gun. And I do have 4 confirmed.
Yeah. Well, I think this is another reason why aliens are interested in Native Americans, because we can do that if we want to do it.
Yes.
And they want to understand how can we do that? What is a spirit guide? And, I think especially for Native Americans, that's why we're so popular. Isn't that right, Lee?
Yes.
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 They want to know the spiritual aspect of it. I mean, a lot of them can shapeshift too, but they want to know how can. Well, they don't realize maybe that's their DNA and us that we're using, But
Good
yeah,
point.
I've used spirit guides a lot.
And Willie, they've
You
never
have.
done us wrong ever.
No.
We had to use mine and Lee's this weekend. We're just doing a little ghost box session in the room, and the lady that was with us, she had a doll that had a little girl named Hannah in there. Well, the girl's father abused her, and the mother killed her. And I told them something. Janiwal says, we'll take care of this. Watch. And I just said, watch this, listen. And you hear Janiwal go, all right, Bear, all right, Wolf, it's time to go play. And Willie, they beat the living bricks out of this spirit. I mean,
I heard him screaming.
Yes.
He was screaming, Bear, Wolf, Bear, trying to get him to calm down. And then finally he said, help, help.
Make it
Oh my
stop. Make it
gosh.
stop. And then the little girl spirit, you hear her go, do it again.
Yep. Can you do it again?
Yep.
I felt so bad for that child.
Well, I this before, Blaine, but I'm going to tell you, last year I was so whipped and tired, and I was going through this with shaman, and things were going downhill. I let my guard down, and I got possessed.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I knew something was up. Shaman looked at me and said, Willie, you're not my Willie. you're not, that's, you know, your lies are not right. So I called Bishop Long. So James, something's wrong in
I
the
love
house.
him.
James, something wrong in the house. You got to come. So next day he came, and I was waiting for him to come, and he pulled up in his car, and he's walking towards the house, and I got madder and madder and madder. I really wanted him gone. So
Mhm.
he stepped inside my front door. He looked at me and he looked at Shaman. He said, you know, and I saw red, and he said, go sit down over there. And I sat down, and he looked at me, and he looked at Shaman, and he was taking out things that he was going to use. He put medallions around me, and he put I held crucifixes and everything, and he went to work on me. And when he was throwing
I
that,
love him.
he was praying and throwing out holy water on me, and it just felt like acid on me. And I mean, I was in, and then I went out of it, and then all I saw was a red upside down cross, and I seen the image of Jesus laughing at him and said, "Kill him, grab him around the throat, kill him." And I could feel myself start to ease up out of the chair. It was not, I wasn't getting up. I was kind of floating up there, and then went really out of it. And I had to ask Bishop what happened afterwards, and I could see my spirit guides fighting with this thing inside me. You know, it was actually helping the bishop get it out of me. And I mean, we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Shaman sitting over in the corner watching me. Poor thing, you know, she had already had lost one leg, and she's watching this go on. And finally, he battled it and battled it, battled it, and it was over with. And I was sitting there, and I was looking at him, and he said, "Willie, are you okay?" And I was just looking at him. Well, he did a few things that I can't reveal, because I promised, when, you know, I've worked with Bishop before, and he has things that he uses he doesn't want people to know.
I know.
He did his thing, and I was fine. And he said, "Willie, you know what? Tell me what happened." And I told him, I said, "Bishop, it wanted you dead." And I was fighting and fighting, and my spirit guides were holding me back. And he said, he said, "I saw the fight." He said, "I seen the fight within you, and it looked like you were actually fighting within yourself." And my spirit guides and they helped drive this thing out of me. Usually I have my protections up. I mean, Lee knows this. I've been on many a case for Bishop Long, demonic cases, and this thing just waited until I
Wow.
was weak enough. It took me.
Wow.
And Shaman, I mean, you know, I said, "Are you okay, honey?" She said, "I'm fine. Are you okay?" "Yeah." And yeah, that, and the spirit guides, I'm telling you, the spirit guides really came out and really did battle beside Bishop Long that day, because Bishop Long's Native American too.
All right on.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah, he's Native American. His grandparents were Native American. So yeah, and he said, "You're going to be okay now." He went through the house, and he did the blessing, and he put the special writing over the doors that only he knows what they mean. And the house is good. And you know, he's always been there for me. He did Shaman's last rites, and he did her funeral, and he did a great job. We've
Well,
been
we
friends.
love Mr. Long. He's always been so good to me.
Yeah.
Um, you know, we've had discussions on different things, and I'm probably one of the few pagans. Well, you probably are too, but
No, Christian.
well, I'm actually a pagan, but he talked to me like I was Catholic and talked to me like a human being. We had discussions about Catholicism, about paganism, and we didn't have an argument between the two of us. He said his point, I said my point, and we agreed with each other, and it was good to go.
Yeah, he's like that with everybody. We've known each other for 25 years. I had him on my television show when I had one.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness!
I had my own television show for 10 years here in Louisville.
All right on.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not a stranger to a camera. So
No, sir.
and yeah, we've been friends for 25 years. All I got to do, I've got him on speed dial. Whatever he needs is here.
Yeah, I think I've known him.
Lord, he's such a good man.
It goes back to my old Para X days, and that was.
I've been there.
Dude, you were on Para X with us. I forgot about that.
I've been there. Yeah.
So that's how it goes back far. It goes back for me too. So You're
So
close to him, but yeah, we've talked quite a lot.
so you guys ain't getting a rookie when I'm going to be on your network.
No, sir.
That's right.
Nope.
I won't freeze on camera.
Good.
Y- I get rolling. You can't shut me up. So I don't. Be ready for it.
That's what we love, man. That's what we want.
People won't be people won't be bored once we get rolling.
No, they won't.
And the best thing about it, when you're doing a show like this, you don't have to wear pants.
Right.
I've got
Right?
pants on, but
Are you sure? No, I've heard rumors.
I promise you, I got pants. Look, I'll prove it.
Okay. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Y'all, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get me some more tea because I'm getting dry mouth and I ran out of tea. I'll be right back.
Lee, what was the
Problem.
subject? Lee, what was the subject tonight? Didn't we get off base here a little bit?
We did a little bit.
Okay, well,
I
I'm
was
just saying aliens and is not they know about spirit guides. Believe me.
so do you feel that aliens are telepathic?
Yeah.
Mm.
I know this for sure because when I remember my first when the memory came back of my first abduction, it was with the Pleiadians, and they talked to me. They didn't talk to me like you and me would be talking. They talked to me by memory, my brain, and
Showed you things, yeah.
yeah. Well, when they do that, it sounds like you're talking.
Yeah,
It's,
it
it's not
does.
frightening. I mean, you can be talking to them, and they can talk back at you and not move their mouth. Or you can talk to them and not move your mouth. It's just like we have a running conversation. It's real.
I just wondered, do you think that we've been trying to do a lot of um, research on telepathy, and I just feel like that is something we need to really start to examine.
Yeah,
And I wonder if it's because of the disclosure,
yeah.
you
I,
know.
but Lee, I think they have, they have embedded us the knowledge that we can do it now. We just haven't hooked into it good enough.
Yeah,
I think we can do it now. We don't
I
have to be trained.
agree.
It's just the right person we run into. You can run into a person and start talking to them and not even move your mouth and not realize it.
Yeah,
You just happen to look at them. Well, your mouth's not moving, and they're going to realize your mouth's not moving either. We don't know until it happens.
all right, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Um,
Yeah, I
we
think
were
we.
talking about telepathy yesterday on Family Spirit, so I thought I'd bring this up because I would like to, on my next class online, I would like to do some of these experiments that have been done and connected through the Rhine Center about telepathy to see if it's a skill. It's a skill you have to learn, a muscle you have to, exercise in your brain.
Yeah,
So I
and
thought I would try it.
uh, the aliens that I've ran into after it's happened, I have had a slight headache. After I remember it happening. Now I'm having memories now of a lot of different stuff. Like the bullet train. I didn't know about that. I didn't even think about that until about 3 4 years ago. Before the disclosure, I talked it over with Bishop Long. I said I can't talk to anybody else. He says, well, we've Bishop Long has had his own experiences too, and he understands my background, and we've been friends for 25 years, and I have told him everything that's happened to me. I'm not Catholic. I'm Christian, but I'm not Catholic. But he says, you tell me everything, and it'll be between us, and we've got our own thing between us that nobody knows. And same thing with me. I'm an ordained minister, and I've done weddings and everything, and people's told me stuff that I'll take to the grave with me.
Of
I'll
course.
never disclose it. Yeah, but yeah, it's telepathy has been used on me, more than once.
And
And
that makes sense because all the encounters you've had over the last few decades,
I'm talking to shaman now and she's over across the river, and she tells me things that I can hear her talking in my head now.
Right on.
And I don't tell anybody. I just do what she tells me to do. Like
Thank you.
like when she was here, Willie, don't do this. No, that's a good idea. Now this thing we're doing now, she's all excited about it because she used to sit here and watch me do these shows. She would sit and listen to me and Latrina talk on her show, and she'd be tickled to death
Yes.
about it. Yep. So she's
I've
excited.
always loved talking to her.
Whatever I'm going to do from here on out, she's going to be behind me.
And by your side too, brother.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I just heard her say that, and by your side too, Willie.
Yep. Yep. She's just in another room.
I know.
That's all it is. I don't. I know. I saw what I had when the horror show I had with her being sick. Now I know she's not. So she's telling me now it's time for you to move. Now I've kept you back for 15 years. I want you to catch up, and I'm going to.
Good.
Yep.
I'll tell you what was funny, Willie. When my dad passed, he came to leave first, and he came to me. He goes, "Where's all these damn people you told me were going to be here? All I see is these lights." I said, "Dad, that's them. Go to them. They're lights." And then he come back to me and went, "Okay, now I see them now."
Yep. Yep.
So I'm going to try to share a screen, and I want to play the biggest file on the Department of War. Let's just look at it together. I'll make sure all our mics are all open so that we can hopefully comment while the videos play. We're going to give it a shot anyway. All right, so share screens, and I'm going to where? Yep, is that it? Hold on. Let me get my mind straight. Don't want that one. Or that one. I'm getting to it. I'm just trying to eliminate any problems. Okay, let's see if I got it now. Okay, so for those of you watching, if you go to the U.S. Department of War, and click right here on UFO, you can see the first release, the second, and each one is more intense than the first. It's just unbelievable. Oh, I don't need it. Okay, well, there we are. Trying to get to the videos. I opened it and it started to download.
You actually hit the download button by accident, so.
Yeah. So this is a CIA declassified document that was to the White House Situation Room, Washington, D.C. This is a never before released July of 2008 report on a UFO sighting at the Harare International Airport. Individuals debated if the sighting was an advanced reconnaissance device of a foreign government or of extraterrestrial origins. So that's the actual document there that has been scanned for us to look at. I think that's incredible. I want to find one for you, Willie, from Kentucky. These from Budapest is unbelievable. This one is this 1957 CIA information report regarding UFO sightings over Budapest. And there were so many, but that's the actual document that you can't see until you download it. But there's so many. Budapest, Hungary, Budapest here. There's just... All right. I'm going to keep looking. But anybody can go on this website and see these documents. I haven't got a source that's given me all of this. I'm getting it right off here. It's just I'm taking the time to go through it, and I wanted you guys to see how it's done. These are all the documents, not the videos. Let's see if I can get the videos to. Can you see the video, Blaine?
Not yet.
No.
It's still got the Department of War page with all the document stuff.
Okay. Video files. Orbs over the pond. Okay, this is the one. Okay. The heck is that?
What the frig?
Look at it. We have to remember that they're trying to take a video of this thing, and it moves a lot. So a lot of this zigzagging is them trying to keep it in the camera frame. Well, where did it go? Nope, there it is.
That looks like what hovered in front of my hospital bedroom. It looks like, I think it's a drone or a probe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
To me, it looked like it had 3 legs.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the largest files. I mean, it's not even halfway in. Come on.
Look how times and how many times it comes in and out of frame. There it is again. Holy crap.
What that is, it's cloaking and decloaking.
Good point, Willie.
It's decloaking and cloaking. I mean, I've seen that happen for real. I'm pretty sure that's a probe.
That was the audio from Apollo 16 that was playing in the background. Could you guys hear it?
No,
No, I
I
wasn't
That
paying
was
attention. I was
weird.
watching the motion of that craft.
Yeah. I'm going to try here and see it. Well, it's not going to let me do it. These are triangle orbs. Cleared for release June the 12th. Let me go back out and see if I can get. Why is this being a turd? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing for a second while I fight with this. But you guys can see, isn't that crazy, Kathy? It is really something
Yes, it
that you can
is.
see these
you, you,
things.
you know what's crazy? A lot of these ships I've seen in person that you're showing like that. I'm
Really?
pretty sure that was a probe. And a lot of these ships that come out of a portal and they crash, I don't know why when they hit our atmosphere or what, and they come through that portal. That's why a lot of them crash. A lot of their propulsion systems just don't work and they go down, you
Oh,
know,
Oh,
and
wow.
that's what happens. That's what happened to Roswell. They were flying around in a thunderstorm, and it messed with their propulsion system or the magnetic propulsion system they had, and they crashed into each other. And
oh, wow.
one went one way and one went the other, and they didn't find the other one till I don't know a month or 2 later.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
you were telling us last time. That makes sense too,
yeah,
because they were so focused on the first one, they thought they didn't realize that there was a second one till like a couple of months later. It's like,
yep,
hey, you got
hmm
2 of these bad boys.
yep.
That's amazing, though. That's cool that you've actually seen these craft, Willie.
I have. I've seen the saucers, and
That's insane.
I've seen the triangle. I've seen the long cigar shaped one. They say that those are ours, and they're supply ships going up and to supply our ships that we got up in orbit. That they have the ability to cloak too. I mean, we've got military up there flying all over
Oh,
nowhere.
of course we
You
do.
know, yeah, they go on patrols just like
Well, Willie, why do you think that they made a space force? So now they have a whole branch of service that can start doing that stuff, which they've already been doing anyway. They just made them their own branch.
Well, when Donald Trump did that, the people kind of made fun of it, but they didn't realize there is a space force. He was, in a way, he was trying to tell everybody, "Hey, we got one. We've got a space force. We've had a space force since the '50s."
Yes.
you know, I have to sit there and bite my tongue because I know better. I've seen it. They
Yes.
showed it to me. But they ain't gonna have no choice. But the aliens say it's time that they know we're around. We're gonna show them if you don't.
Well, you know
So
what's funny though, Willie? When I mentioned the Federation to you, you were like, you confirmed it right away. Yes, we have a Federation.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Thank you, Willie Gibson.
yeah, we did. I even told Bishop Long a long time ago, Bishop, we got a federation. We got a federation up there's taking care of us. I'm telling you, if we're threatened, us personally, we don't have the firepower that we're going to need from other aliens. They're not going to let this planet be hurt because
No.
this is their home. They have a base here. They're in mountains, they're under the water, and they keep saying this thing in Antarctica, they got a race there. Well, that's humans. They've
Yes.
been there for centuries. That's not alien. They're just people that are used to the area. They know how to survive. But I'm telling you, you have underground bases. I've seen them.
Well, you know what's funny? You watch a show like Skinwalker Ranch,
Yeah,
and they've got actual video of spacecraft coming out of the side of a mesa or a mountain.
that's a portal.
That's a portal. Yeah.
The big old thing in the mesa, that's a ship underneath the ground.
Yes, it is.
It's just you can look at it and yeah, that's what it is. And I don't know, they might still be aliens in that thing before we know.
They
That's
could,
true.
Willie, they could have a whole civilization under there. And I mean, people think the show was just for drama. No, I know Travis personally, and Travis told me, he said, dude, this the shit we get is real. He said, I've been to see the president, several presidents, and give them briefings on what we know about.
But all those guys has to be careful because they're getting all this energy and it's making them sick. They're really getting sick, getting headaches and burns and sick to their stomach. They're walking into radiation and that's really happening to them. And all this stuff is, they have more than one portal there. These things are flying everywhere. It's just like Sedona.
Oh
Sedona's a hotbed for portals too. I mean, you take somebody like me that's watching that show, I can see it before it happens.
Me too.
Yep. So, and they're sending these rockets up. Where'd they go to? Well, they flew into the portal. Why is this rocket over 20 miles away? They went into the portal and out the other end, and I'm screaming and I said, I'm good. This shows make me crazy. I know better,
That's right. It make you just lose your mind trying to talk to them.
Well, I'll tell you what was cool.
I've been doing that too.
What was cool the other night, they had a smoke machine and they backed up inside the bubble and let the smoke machine go. And then they rode out of it. And when it was inside the bubble, it was going up. You could actually see the curvature of the bubble itself. And the further we went out, it started going in low. And then it started rising up. So that was pretty cool to watch.
You watch this show, wonder what's going to happen this week. Oh, they're going to shoot a rocket in the air and try to find a skinwalker. Well, I don't know why they haven't gotten more evidence than they have. I think they have. They just haven't showed it to anybody yet.
See, I want to know what Barlow got, the guy that owned the property before the ones that own it now. Yeah. Because they had them and the government there for over 23 years. And they would not share any information or anything. So I think that they already knew, this is a fucking extraterrestrial place.
It is. Sedona is too. Utah, Area 51. California's got a huge base underneath, out there in the ocean,
well, yeah.
It's just when I'm telling you, when they get ready, they're going to show us. And there's nothing nobody can say. They're going to.
You're proof right there, Willie, in California, because the TikTok video that became really famous was off the Pacific Coast, off of California, off of San Diego.
And a lot of military there on these ships out in the middle of the ocean, they've seen crafts come up out of the ocean and fly away. They've
Oh
been
yeah.
they've been sworn to secrecy. It just, when there's more coming out. What they're feeding us now is nothing compared to what they have.
Well, I think what
Nothing.
they're doing, they're weaning certain people to
Yeah.
go, okay, look, this is what we got. Because I guarantee you, the first one they actually show an actual alien video, that's when people might start to freak out. Us will be like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Finally. Yeah.
Oh, finally, exactly.
What the government needs to know, and they know this already, the good ones from the bad ones, what we need to look out for. If you see one like this, run the other way. If you see that one, go towards it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They need to let people know what's going on.
Thank you.
They are bad aliens out there, and you don't want to meet one.
No, I don't.
But how you going to know
Yeah.
unless you tell you? They know what they are. Here, if you see this, run. If you see this, go to them.
Yeah.
So it's a waiting game.
There's a lot we have to learn.
Yep. Well,
So, a lot of people haven't been talking about USOs, and I haven't seen anything released.
I would love to see them release one of them coming out of the water.
Oh,
Me too.
I think the closest you're gonna get is the ones. There's a sister video to the TikTok video where the thing actually did go in water
And out, yeah.
and out of water. So
Yeah.
And that incident they had in Canada with that video that UFO was under the water for several days, and they watched it until it got ready to leave.
yes,
That would have been a good one to show us.
That
I
would.
know. Can
Hopefully,
you imagine the
hopefully we'll
stories
get
of
to
like
that.
some of the fishermen out there?
Yeah.
Stuff that they've probably seen.
Yeah. So we got a lot more coming. They're just teasing us right now. There's a lot of better.
I hope. I
Like
hope that we get it all.
like I told Blaine last time we were on, I would love to see the landing with Eisenhower.
Oh, me and
Yes.
they both.
They land.
Oh,
I
yes.
would love to
Yeah.
have been there to hear, because they was the excuse they used that Eisenhower had to go to the dentist. They pulled him off the golf course.
Well, his granddaughter out there now telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her on many shows telling the truth.
Yes, I have too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another one. Astronauts Wally Schirra
Yeah.
and Gordon Cooper. They've all come out, and now their kids are telling what that they knew, because both of them are deceased now, but their stories are finally coming out of what they saw when they were in space.
Blaine, when I was a kid in grade school, I loved the Apollo and the Mercury astronauts and things. I wrote to NASA and asked, would they allow a real astronaut to write to me? They gave Gordon Cooper to go ahead to write to me. We were pen pals. Okay.
Oh, I love Gordo.
Okay, you know what he did? He would send me models of Mercury and Apollo, and we were pen pals for 2 years. And he would send a letter to the school. The principal would come down, come right in the middle of the class, call me up to front of the class, and he would read that letter in front of the class to me in the class.
Oh.
He was so excited about every time Gordon Cooper would write to me.
Yeah. Dude, I'm jealous because Gordo was my favorite astronaut
Yeah.
of all time.
Yep.
Because I heard he did stuff like that.
Well,
and I never had the courage to write him a letter.
But Blaine, me of all people, he wrote to me.
Yeah.
Something told him to write to me, to make me a pen pal. So
Is it something?
yeah, and now I know why.
Yeah.
Now I know why.
I wrote to NASA when I was a kid because we had the Space and Rocket Center right here in Huntsville, just above us. And I wrote to them, and I got a little sticker that said NASA on it. That's all I ever got from them.
They sent me the models, and they also sent me like a Mercury capsule with all the astronauts pictures
Oh,
in them. And somebody broke into our house and stole all of that stuff.
oh
And man,
man.
I was heartbroken. Yeah,
Oh, I know you were.
yeah.
You know, I would save up my money, and every time that they would have a new rocket come out, even if it was I had to put it together, I put that bad boy together because I was so fascinated with that stuff. Now I know why.
Yep, yep.
Wow.
When you have an astronaut write to you, of all the thousands of kids he must have got letters from, he picked mine to write to me.
That's so sweet.
Dude,
And
that's
so,
amazing. That is,
yeah.
Yep.
I'm
So
gonna
I
say it.
have
That's
two
badass.
pictures. I have two pictures of USO. Okay. That
Ooh,
was released in France.
ooh.
And this is seeing it in the air, and then they followed it into water, and that's what it looked like. Thought you'd like to see those because
Yeah.
That's
those haven't been discussed on the and we are over time now.
holy
It is
crap.
9:05, so I'm going to go ahead and do a few things. Let's see. First,
Bye, Sylvester.
I bye Sylvester. Uh, so Crypts and Cryptids has been sent to the publisher, and I have revised a Victorian Ghost Files between Heaven and Ectoplasm.
Hey,
And
look,
Willie,
Willie,
see
there's
the
me and
picture
you.
on the back? Yeah, the both of you are on there.
Wait a minute. Let me.
Also,
Okay.
you want to see it? You want to see
Don't
it
you
again?
left, Willie. You're on
Where
top of
we
it.
at?
I'm right below you. I didn't even notice that either till just now.
Oh, I cannot wait for the royalties.
Whoops, I
Say,
hit the button again. Okay, so here's the newest book, Crypts and Cryptids.
well, not my
I
pictures
think
on there.
that's
It'll be a bestseller.
You're so funny.
Well,
All right. Also, I wanted to throw out there that we will be doing a ghost hunt, two of them to be exact, in New Orleans. Let me take the banner down so you can see. There you go. Don't miss this unforgettable paranormal adventure. I'll be with Lourdes Gonzalez and Ron Iacovetti. We'll be doing the Andrew Jackson and the Voodoo House.
say
So
hi to
that's going to be
John for me.
fantastic.
We definitely
I
will.
will.
Yeah, we've been on some adventures together.
Yeah.
He's a sweetie.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
and John have no fun
Also,
ourselves.
Laura, this is Laura Marini, and she is an executive producer with the History Channel. And she's done work for Paranormal 911, which was incredible.
I've watched her.
Paranormal 911 was great. But she is teaching classes. Now that you've greenlit yourself, um, take classes with her, Paranormal Content Creators Toolkit. And she's selling her tickets on Eventbrite. She's only got 15 seats available, so make sure you get one. She wants to keep it kind of slow so that she can answer questions. But she will have more dates in the future. So I would not miss that.
No,
No, I
either.
would not miss that. All right, what is this? Oh, yes. Tomorrow we will be teaching the second week of Haunted Objects workshop, and it's a lot of fun. I've got some people that will be coming and some that will need the recording. So that's the good thing about taking the workshop. We record it. If you miss it, you can just watch it.
Yep.
So that's a lot of fun. If you're interested, here's my Venmo and Cash App. Also, Mr. Blaine Rohan has his book coming out, Our Supernatural Journey, True Encounters, Real Spirits, Ethereal Lessons. And there he is with Bear and Wolf on the front, and the Book of the Dead, and all of the tools of our trade. And please be watching for that book. It is going to be so awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Also, oh no, that's not it. Let me go on up a little bit. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Here we go. So that is the New Orleans Paracon. Please come join us. It's going to be a great.
Oh,
It's
it's
going to be
going
a
to be a
great show.
blast.
Yes, and this is a Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, July the 24th through the 26th. We will be there. It's at the Eisenhower Hotel in Gettysburg. It's going to be a fun, fun time. And this is Deep South Paracomic-Con. They are looking for vendors. They have vendor spots open outside, inside. If you're trying to get in touch with them, they're not able to sell tickets today because their servers are down. They're updating some things and then they'll have it back up in just a jiffy. So reach out to them at www.deepsouthparacomicon.com. It's going to be a great one.
Yes, it is.
It's always a great show there, but yeah, this is going to be a good year. All right, so have I got everything?
All we got is
We
our
talked
last two
about-
things, and we can get out of here, Lee.
That's what I thought. Here we go. Well, go. There.
All right. I like the way Lee's, but I like to say it in my own words. You had a million choices of what your entertainment was tonight. You chose us. Thank you for being with us. It means the world to us. Thank you so much. And tell your friends about us.
Yes, please spread the word. Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate that. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're able to watch with us. And here's our last one. I'm sorry.
If you can't find it, I know it by heart. This is one I hate to do every week, but I have to. If you're a soldier, sailor, Marine, whatever, or a veteran, and you have thoughts of committing suicide, there's a number you can call. It's 988, and it's confidential. It's open 24/7. It's free. And if you don't want to talk, they have a chat room, and they have very good counselors there. And that not only goes for veterans and military active duty, it also goes for any civilian. They can call the same number. It's for all of us. Please call them. If you don't want to talk to them, call me. Call Lee. Call her husband,
please.
Matt. Please do. And I've already helped 5. And that's 5 less that aren't part of that 22 a day statistic. And that made me feel really good for doing that. And I will do it for any person, veteran, non-veteran, active duty, non-active duty. I will talk to you. Okay.
Mrs. Bienvenue, if you're watching, I wanted to tell you that I am working on your case and I will be back to you just as soon as possible. My phone hasn't been working today at all, but I will be giving you a call. And remember, you don't gain anything by losing your life.
No.
Death is something that each of us will be faced with. But when it's your time, not before. Because you have things you need to do. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Willie, you've been awesome as always, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Willie.
So hang out with us just a little bit, and we'll probably thank you when we go off air, okay?
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.